drought that has been plaguing farmers across Australia. What do real farmers have to say on the topic? Our report finds out. Also, natural disasters. They're all over the news. In our extended weather report, we will hear some tips and tricks concerning natural disasters. This is the 3 PM News. Good afternoon, my name is Steve. We'll show you those articles in full later, but I've just received a report on a giant milk spill in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll cross live to the Gulf of Mexico with reporter Rufus.
That's right. A tragedy has just occurred in the waters of the Mexican Gulf. The world-renowned giant Mexican cow, Bessie, was just going about her daily cud chewing when she suddenly lost her footing and landed on her side in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. Details are still sketchy, but it appears that a lot of milk has been spilled into the ocean. Now the word is that if authorities from the Royal Bovine Patrol, known as BP, do not intervene soon, we could have a large-scale natural disaster on our hands. The American government has placed full responsibility of the disaster on Bovine Patrol. BP has issued a statement that the American government is certainly responsible for the cleanup.
We'll be sure to keep you updated on how that progresses over the coming weeks. Or you could go to our website on www.3pmnews.org/Cowzilla. And now to our main story. The drought in rural Australia is a real problem for the entire country. We'll hear live from Rufus in the very worst affected areas to see how bad the situation really is. For many years, the drought in central and northern Australia has been a pressing issue for rural Australian communities. But recent evidence put forward by scientific circles sheds a different light on the issue. It seems there may be indeed some benefits to all these dying livestock and overworked farmers. Scientific studies suggest that the number of platypuses killed by introduced species has decreased as a result of the drought. Why? Well, 70% of all billabongs commonly used by platypuses have dried up. This means a decrease in the number of platypus around and therefore less being attacked by other animals. A significant 6% decrease. Let's see what some real farmers have to say on the issue.
That has had a big impact on my farm and in my community.
It's made life very difficult for everyone in the area.
It's because there's no rain, idiot. Why do you think the word drought means?
Maybe, I don't know, the lack of rain contributes to the problem?
Marge, the rains are here.
And I'm totally sick of this drought. This seems to go on and 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 on.
And if you want to hear more on that story, visit our website on www.3pmnews.org/dustysands. And now for our extended weather report with a special natural disaster segment from reporter Rufus.
That's right. It's time for the natural disaster segment. Now, we have all heard about the continuing number of natural disasters happening all over the world. Earthquakes in Haiti, Chile and China, floods in Pakistan, volcanoes in Iceland and Pompeii, bushfires in Russia, and hurricanes in Fiji and Kansas. And if you link all of these incidents together in a line spiralling around the globe, it is only too obvious where it will all go next. That's right, our own country is the next on the natural disaster path. The government has issued some safety tips on how to survive a natural disaster.
It is important to recognize the symptoms generally associated with the four most common natural disasters. If you are feeling moderately to severely damp, moist, or even wet, you are most likely dealing with a watery natural disaster, such as a flood or tsunami. If you can see flying houses, or you experience a sudden extreme hairstyle, or your clothes have been blown off, you must be in the middle of an extreme wind, that is, cyclones, tornadoes, etc. If you feel sharp stabbing pains all over your body, as if you are burning to death, you are probably suffering from a bushfire or volcano eruption. If you are being thrown around continually and are seeing buildings collapsing all around you, you are probably dealing with an earthquake of some kind.
And I'm afraid that's all we have time for tonight.
Until next week, I'm Steve.
And this is the 3 PM News.